So the trailers made this game look like a Doom-styled Warhammer FPS set in the Necromunda universe, right? That's what the big take was, right? Holy shit, this looks like Doom, only it's Warhammer. Fast-paced, bloody mayhem set in the depths of a world where multiple factions are fighting over territory and I guess scrap and junk, while running around with your trusty cyber mastiff. Big feckin' weapons, lots of upgrades, enhance your bounty hunter's abilities, upgrade your mastiff, and grapple and dodge your way out of trouble while ambots, ogrins and factions really try their best to end you. I'm happy to say that it lives up to it genuinely does. It is a really enjoyable experience. Although, as an Irishman, playing any game having to run around picking up items in every mission called Lucky Charms may have left a little bit of a bad taste. I'm feckin' mentally scarred. But I'll pretend they didn't exist. Now this is my review of Necromunda Hired Gun after playing it for the last week. Make sure and check out multiple reviews before deciding to drop any of your hard-earned cash. But the game itself, right, the combat, the gameplay loop, when that rock music kicks in, gives a really nice adrenaline rush, but it's worth noting that the game itself has got some janky issues with animations, with audio and with graphics in areas as well. Necromunda Hired Gun is a first-person shooter developed by Streamon Studios, which is a small French indie development company which previously created Space Hulk Deathwings, okay? Forgive past transgressions. So it's an indie game with a $40 price tag and pretty short main story. It took me about 8 hours to complete each one of the missions, but it opens up after that to allow you to select B, A and S grade bounty missions against multiple different factions. And I think I counted about 25 factions in total at the time of making this video, so there is plenty of time that can be sank into Hired Gun after you have completed the main story. It has got replayability. Now the game's HUD has multiple parts to it that you can choose to turn off and on depending on how minimalistic you want your screen to be. The character customization at the start of the game is pretty basic with just a selection of pre-modeled heads to choose between, but these will show up in cutscenes, so choose wisely. The game's graphics are exactly what I expected, huge areas with some really nice attention to detail, like the environment crumbling around you because you are in this, I guess, decaying underhive. Going up in an elevator and it starts to shake with nuts and bolts and cogs flying everywhere, or that huge train that is the same size as a small European country that you then have to get on top of and run across. So the level design is nice, but it is also mixed with plenty of low-res textures or muddy flooring walls or even enemy detail like the ogrins, the big guys, right? They chase you about and they look like some kind of albino Shrek that wants to take you to their swamp for tea as opposed to kicking you out of it. Not really intimidating. They look like they're made of Play-Doh or putty in a way instead of looking badass like this. So there is a lack of detail on some of the enemies. Now enemy AI at times as well seems to just derp out. One of them that I remember was a boss fight with multiple dogs, which I won't show for spoiler reasons, but the dogs, the mastiffs, the enemy dogs got stuck on the stairs and just started to run up and down them continuously, which just made it really easy to shoot them. Ambots as well, the enemy kind of mech suits, tend to just charge at you while flailing their arms and tunneling in and out of combat. So while they are this big target, they don't feel really threatening in any way, shape or form, which I kind of feel like they should. Up close, assassinations or finishers on enemies also derp out more often than not. So while you should be sticking your blade into an enemy, instead you will stick it into open air and then for some reason it will launch you across the map, which was good fun, I guess. I've also had my grapple hook stay out and I couldn't shoot because of this, so I had to die in order to fix it. But I believe because this is a review copy, they did say that that was a known issue, so now that the game is live, that may have been a fixed issue. The combat arenas in each mission also have a really nice amount of verticality that allows you to grapple around and in and out of danger as fast as you possibly can, while also chaining your abilities, slowing down time, getting that auto aim perfect, and of course wall running, while summoning your cyber mastiff by squeaking, its favourite toy really. Squeaking its toy is how you summon this dog, and if you squeak it again in the direction of an enemy, it makes your hound actually attack them, which is a really nice feature. But there is also chests hidden throughout each mission that will give off a very audible sparkle sound effect whenever you get near them in order to find them and open them. But some of these chests are booby trapped as well. They will allow you to get new charms or new weapons within these chests, so exploration is a good way to go around finding these chests in each mission. One big issue the game has is the audio levels during cutscenes. The devs have acknowledged this, but more often than not when you're in a cutscene, the music will overpower the voices of Cal Jericho or anyone talking mid-cutscene, which means you nearly have to strain at times to hear exactly what is being said, because some form of epic music kicked in while you were just having a conversation.
Last chance. Talk.
Oh, really? You're gonna protect him all by yourself?
Now, the music itself during fight scenes, however, is really, really good. In fact, the soundtrack is on Spotify and I've been listening to it all morning, so I would definitely recommend checking that out because it is top quality. Now, Martyr's End is the main player hub or area, complete with bar for booze, bounty hunter for mission selections, Cal Jericho and his mastiff for the main story as you're going through that. You can access vendors and upgrade your abilities and grab new weapons depending on how you want to, I guess, roll or how you want to gear up with your bounty hunter. You can go full heavy bolter and restrict your view, run around with a grav gun, grenade launcher, heavy stubber. There are a lot of weapons to choose from. Sniper rifles, sawn-off shotguns, normal shotguns, you get the idea. And each one of these weapons can be further upgraded with charms, silencers, new barrels, scopes, the works. Weapons also have a rarity grading system as well that you will be familiar with from most games. Blue for rare, purple for epic, gold for legendary, and so on. And you can upgrade your Mastiff Hound as well. You can make it stay active for longer, you can give it powerful metal jaws, cyber legs and claws, but in order to do all of that, you kind of have to replace its living parts. So in order to give it this big metallic jaw, you'll see it while you're actually upgrading. As you replace a body part, whether it's the claws, the leg, the jaw and so on, you will see these metal parts going on where the dog's real parts used to be. So yeah, it looks a little bit weird, but it is the lore, right? It is what they do with all of their cyber implants and their upgrades as well. Overall, the combat in Necromunda Hired Gun is the star of the game. The story was just okay, but dashing around, grappling into danger and getting to wield big feckin' guns in a fast-paced battle while epic rock music plays in the background definitely made it worthwhile. That's just my opinion. If you're picking the game up, make sure and let me know in the comment section below what you thought of it after you've played it, and as always, thanks for watching.